I used to dance, so I was always moving my body, but the brain education helped me kind of see how much the thinking was affecting my stomach. So I would have stomach problems and then headaches and then really it was just kind of crippling. My name is Beatricia Brun. I'm from Queens, New York, and I am the center manager of the Bronx Center in New York. My mom started with this practice of body and brain in 2000. We were in a really bad car accident, and someone recommended for her to try yoga and Tai Chi because physical therapy wasn't really kind of helping her. And then fast forward to 6 years later, she called me one day and said, "I'm getting you a lifetime membership." I started taking classes more. I would just kind of like dibble and dabble here and there. And then I started my own practice. I learned a lot about brain education in the body and brain centers. I did dance, so it wasn't really for my body, but more for like emotional wellness and balance. And then I used to think a lot. I remember my first few classes in the centers where we would practice meditation and brain education. And the moment where it was the meditation part, I used to think, quiet time to think. And then after 5 minutes, what is this over? So it helped me a lot with like patience, with quieting my mind, with really managing my emotions and getting to know myself a little bit more deeply. Generally, if anything, first I mentioned that I used to dance, so I was always moving my body, but the brain education helped me kind of see how much the thinking was affecting my stomach. So I would have stomach problems and then headaches and then really it was just kind of crippling. So if anything, when I see that I'm overthinking, my body tells me. If I'm not aware of it, at least my body tells me. And then from there, I can do the training. I can do the movements, the tapping, the breathing, the running, the push-ups. I can do the movement to stop the thought and get energy circulating. And then I can use the meditation to just kind of clear my mind. Once I'm more present in the moment, I don't have as much thinking. So now I can appreciate thinking because then I know I'm not in the moment. but yeah, it's just helped in so many ways. With brain education, you're learning more about yourself. And then when you can learn more about yourself, then you can resonate or understand others more deeply. So even through certain meditations that you're guided through, you can begin to kind of also put yourself in that person's place and then look at life through their lens. Then you develop compassion. Through compassion, then you can understand other people, whether it's your loved one, but specifically maybe a mother-daughter relationship. If your mom was abusive, physically, emotionally, then at least you can have some understanding. Okay, this is why she is the way that she is. And then from there, you can make a choice. You can, I recommend at least opening up your heart and mind and then allowing that person to just be as they are, because when it comes to you, if you have specific issues that you're working through, you would want someone to just allow you to be who you are until you figure it out. So I would say, if anything, it'll help you to build compassion. Through compassion, well, first, if anything, it'll help you to know yourself. Second, it will then help you to build compassion, and then you can understand others. And then you can just kind of hope and pray and keep meditating on that relationship being what you want it to be as opposed to what it is. And then from there, just trust. Try to trust. And then see what happens, because everything is a lesson anyway. Even if the person is rude to you or mean for your whole life, there's a lesson in that too. So it's just really accepting, okay, this is the cards I've been dealt, and this is how I'm going to play them. I think knowing myself through brain education has allowed me to love myself in all ways, to accept my body, to accept the emotions that come in and out, to accept my speed and rhythm of life and growth, to accept my choices, to feel that even though I'm not where I want to be yet, I'm very much capable of getting there as I keep moving forward. It just allows me to be me in every way, shape, and form. And then it's a continued practice. So even if I feel like, okay, this is where I am now, there's like, oh, okay, I still have this to work on, or I can still kind of tweak this. And so it just allows you to just keep expanding some awareness or understanding of the self, because it's not limited to what we think, but it just keeps expanding to what we really are. If I could talk to my old self, I would tell my old self, really keep training. I would tell my old self, there's so much that you are capable of doing and you just don't know it yet. I would tell my old self, there are levels of love that you have no idea even exist yet. There's so much power within you that you haven't even touched or tasted yet. There's so much wisdom in your brain that you haven't even seen yet. So I would say, please keep going. It's so worth it. And I'm really, really, really rooting for you. If you have no kind of fan club behind you, I'm rooting for you from the future. I can't wait to meet you, and I love you. So if you're open to try brain education, you can find a body and brain center near you. If you live in the Bronx, if you work in the Bronx, if you want to get to know me a little bit deeper, come visit me at the Bronx Body and Brain Center. I'll put a link down below. Through your visit, we can kind of go over maybe some specific things that you're looking for, and I can share maybe a little bit more deeply about my experience, and I would love to kind of meet with you and work with you. So wherever you are in your journey, good luck. Try to find a body and brain center as quickly as you can, and then I hope my interview was helpful to you.